Welcome back to Hayes Outdoors and Tractors. Today we're going to be doing a 300-hour maintenance. As you can see, I got my sidekick here, Bryson's with me. We're going to, we've already removed the front end loader and the backhoe from the RK24. I searched YouTube, everywhere on YouTube that I could search. I found no maintenance, 300-hour maintenance for the RK24, which is a full filter fluid replacement. So I called RK and I got all the oils, the hydraulic fluid, the gear oil for the front axles, all the filters that they had. The only filter that they did not have in stock is the trans filter. It's a metal filter with a metal mesh filter on the end of it, the cylinder. We're going to take it out today. I'm going to show you where it is and clean it. Of what RK told me, you can clean it without too much problem and put it back in. As long as it's not damaged, you're okay. But you have to be real careful with that filter. When you take it out, a lot of people crack them, so you have to be really careful. I'll show you in detail where that is. But the reason we took the backhoe and the front end loader, I've seen everybody do these oil changes and everything on here and leave the front end loader. It's just easier for me to take the front end loader off. I'm just going to put some music to it, and I'm going to go ahead and lean the bumper forward, open the hood, take the side panels and the grill off. We've done that in other videos, but I'm going to show you how to do that, and then we're going to get started. I'll do one fluid at a time. We're going to do the oil first, then we'll start working on the fuel filters and the fuel line, and then we're going to go to the hydraulics and the hydraulic filter and all the hydraulic fluid. So sit back and enjoy, and if this video starts to run a little long, we're probably going to go ahead and make it part 2, but if I make a part 2, I will upload them both within an hour of each other. So that's a pet peeve of mine that, you see one and it says to be continued. So we're going to try to do all of this today. It's a real cold, windy Saturday afternoon, and we're going to get started and open her up. What do you think?
Good.
Stick around. Okay, so I'm just going to do a zoom up of as best I can, if it'll zoom in, if it'll take it. This part number, this is the hydraulic fluid, is TYM 11102303100. That is the hydraulic filter. The air filter is 11201032020. It's obviously the Providence hydraulic trans hydraulic oil and the SAE 10W30 motor oil, SAE 80W90 gear oil. This is what Royal King gave me. I called my tractor guy. He put everything in a cart up front, and this is exactly what everything that it called for. You can see the Yanmar. This is the Element FO filter. So that's a fuel filter for the Element fuel filter. The cardboard one. The number is 119810555650. The other fuel filter is 12933555780. That's the Element, but this one is a like a copper screen on this one. This is not like a cardboard filter. Oil filter TYM 119305355150. So as I said, these are all of the filters that they have given me, supposedly for the 300-hour maintenance. So we're going to go through. I'm going to go ahead and take the front end off and remove the side panels, the front grille, slide the bumper forward, and we'll get in, and then I'll pick it back up there, take the music off, and show you exactly what you can access from taking the side panels and the front grille off.
Can I say hi?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi.
Okay, so what we're going to do, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to loosen the turnbuckles down here on the bumper. They loosen, the bumper slides forward, okay? So at that point, you reach down, unhook your hood, put your hood up, and it automatically locks. So you have, and I'm going to bring the camera a little closer here just so you can see. You have two nuts. They're studs right here, and right here. You take these off, Other than unplugging the headlights, these two and the whole front end lifts off. So we're going to go ahead and do that, but I just want to show you a close-up of the wing nuts.
How am I going to get more to the light? How am I going to get light?
Was that on there tight? No, I just can't get my thumb down in there.
Okay.
Get a pair of pliers on, huh?
I got it. Stay there. I want to get it. Don't remember that.
I'm filming right. You take this one off. Twist it off. Just don't let go of it. Okay? Now do me a favor.
Yeah.
Once you get that off of there, run over there and get one of those magnet trays. Here, I'll finish taking it. We'll grab a magnet tray.
Yours or mine?
Mine.
If it doesn't matter. You
Okay,
have to
see,
take time.
look here. You squeeze these, wiggle real gently back and forth,
You never take them off.
and it takes them off. Got that? And there's one more right here, and this is the main control. Right there. And that's it. The whole grill just lifts off.
Huh? The tractor doesn't even look the same anymore.
Okay. So now all you do is the side clips. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if I can make the camera see them. Right down in here. You pull out. See the clip right here. Right here, it just clips on a pin, and you just have to unclip that. And there's one down here in the bottom, and all you do is just unclip them, and then you have. Hold on here.
It's actually a pipe, not a clip.
So then all you have to do is these sit in these holes right back here. You just slide straight out, and the whole side panel comes off.
Those little clips that you talked about, those are little pipes.
Little plates. Yeah, they're pins right here on the side. Okay, it's focusing. Here's your pin, and here's your pin. Okay, so now at that point, let me just take the camera off here. Sorry if it's a little jiggly here, but I think this will be worth it because you'll be able to actually see what I'm talking about. So that's what you can access now on the motor. You have alternator, starter, right there, solenoid. So all of that is right down in there with, and then you have your exhaust here. You have the back side of your radiator. So we're going to take the other panel off on the other side, and we'll show you what you can see over there.
It's gone.
There we go.
Hey guys, we're back.
All right, buddy. Okay, so we're going to get ready to pull the oil plug.
You guys get out of the tractor.
So instead of crawling underneath, the oil plug is literally right here, directly underneath your dipstick.
Which is it?
So what you can do, I tried an 18, it was a little loose. I went to an 11/16, and it seems to fit a little better. So we're going to see how hard this is going to be to break it loose.
And to do that, it's going to be kind of hard.
And it's broken.
Which is going to be kind of hard. Okay. The oil's flowing out perfect, but it's black.
So that's really easy to get to. Like if you have an extension and 11/16, and I put it's a half-inch drive, you can literally kneel down as you've seen. I can reach in and drain all the oil out. Same position, I'll be able to. Can you back up right? So it's very easy to get the oil right here on one knee. Also, the oil filter is right here beside the dipstick, so I don't even have to move. I'm going to let that drain. I'm going to go ahead now and remove the oil filter as best I can. Yep, there you go. So it's going to come out, and with the same container, it should be able to catch. And there's the oil filter off.
And I'll get the new one.
So that is about the end of that. Can you hand me a red no, I got one, sorry. Yeah, just hold on, leave it in the plastic for a second, buddy. So I'm going to clean this off here.
I'll try to find a way to open it. Oh, it's okay. Nothing, no damage. No damage done. Nothing broke. Still alright. Now these things are pretty easy to use.
Okay, so I wanted to show you exactly what I was talking about. So, as you can see, I don't know if you can see down in there on the frame. I'm going to look underneath here for you. Right there's the drain plug. And then when you come up here, right there's the oil filter and your dipstick. So that's all for it. I'm going to let this all drain out. Go ahead and put well, I'll probably show it because I'm going to teach Bryson how to do it. So we'll be back in a minute.
Stay touch.
Bring me the oil filter, please.
I'm going to put it in a rag so it won't get dirty.
No, we're going to put it on right now. Bring it over here. Stand over here, your new filter. Stand over there, on that side. Okay, so I know most of us know this, but this is his first time watching me do an oil change, so I want him to understand. So what you do is you take clean oil, just put a little bit on your tip of your finger, okay, like that. You put it here. You go right around. See how it got real shiny? You put a thin layer on that gasket, okay, and you can dry your finger off. But what that does is when you tighten this on, it allows that washer, that gasket, to slide and not bound up and break the washer or break the gasket, and that way there, so you don't have a leak. So that oil is a little bit of lubricant that lets that slide tighten. Okay? So
it's my first time, so that's why he's showing this all to me. It's really neat.
All right, so we're gonna double check that one more time. We're gonna clean this off.
It's really the first time.
And now we're gonna put this on here.
Oh, I have
Screw it
the
on.
other thing.
Now, when we tighten this up, do we hand tighten it as tight as we can, or do we put a wrench on it and crank on it?
Hand.
Hand,
It's
right.
too big for a wrench.
Right, and why else? You don't want to over tighten. Remember I told you that gasket, you don't want to crush that gasket, right? So what I do is I put a rag on it so I can get a little bit of a grip. I snug it down like that, and then I give it one more pull, and that's it. And we're good. We can start filling the oil back up. Now here is your fill. On the arcade tractor, all the change points, notice all the yellow? They're all painted yellow. See the orange, the drain pan down there? It's painted yellow.
Yeah.
See how this is like orange and yellow?
Yeah.
That's where you fill from. That's where you know all your fluid check levels are. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we got the filter on. Bryson stepped out for just a minute. I want to apologize to everybody, but he wanted to learn, so it's taking like 3 times longer than what it really has to. So we're going to go ahead and start the fill here. They gave me a 1 gallon, 1.25 gallon. I'm going to check the book and see exactly what they say you should have, but it's looking about a 1 gallon, somewhere around in there, I'm sure. So I'm going to double check that. I'll let you know what it exactly is. And then we're going to go into the filters here. Since I'm right here, everything's right here, I'm going to go ahead and replace this fuel filter. And then we'll replace this one. I'll retighten the battery. I got a huge mouse nest from behind that battery, and that is, on the Arcade 24s, that is all blocked in. So you can't have access to that. So just word to the wise. Okay, so per RK's operator's manual for the RK24, this takes 0.71 gallons, and I want to say they give the liters are engine oil 2.7 liters or 0.71 US gallons. The transmission is 14.5 liters or 3.83 US gallons. So that's what we're going to fill to. We're going to put it, that's a 1 gallon. So I'm going to put a little over half in it, and then we'll let it settle. We'll check it with the dipstick, see where it is, and then we'll top off as needed. The fuel, both fuel filters are right here. There's your shutoffs. Your fuel shutoffs are right there. So we're going to shut that off, and then after we get this full, the oil taken care of, we're going to go ahead and do the fuel filters there. So, you want to hold? Can you just reach in and just hold it like that?
Promise you won't get any of that stuff on me?
No. You ready?
Yeah. I'm as steady as a rock.
Steady as a rock, are you?
Yes, sort of.
Okay. As long as you're steady as a rock, we're good.
Keep going in. I never knew that was orange like honey.
Mm-hmm. It comes out black. That's all the dirt and stuff that it's in the motor. That's why you change the oil. Okay, I think we're going to stop right there.
I thought it was black when it came in.
Mm-mm. No, it should be brown.
It is. It's orange like honey, orange and yellow.
Okay, so now
Like honey.
now how are we going to be able to tell how much more we need to put in? How are we going to check that?
A level. That.
So we're going to clean this off, right?
Yeah, we're going to check by that.
Pull that out. Pull it out.
Let's see where it is.
A little low there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
A little low. But we're going to let a little bit more run down in, but we're going to add a little bit more. It's going to need a little bit more there.
Is that oil to make it run? Here's home.
Yeah, this is oil to keep your motor lubricated.
Mommy can't be holding it. You can't. There's no way.
That's all we're going to put in there. Alright, we're going to hold off, let that drain in. There we go. Can you go back there behind and get me one more rag, buddy, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm going to check this one more time. We were real close. It's still running down in. The motor's a little warm. I let it warm up a little bit before doing this. And we're right in the middle. Perfect. That's perfect. We'll check it again before we put this stuff.
This is so anything that I hold won't get dirty.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on. And we'll call the oil good. Make sure we don't have any leaks. We check around the filter, and we check around the drain bolt, right?
Mm-hmm. Drain bolt. That's the holy hell of that.
Good.
What's a drain bolt?
That's how we drain the oil out. Okay. Fuel filter it is. I'm guessing we loosen this nut. Okay, so clean. That's pretty clean. That's pretty impressive, actually. Bryson, where's that new clean towel at that I asked you to get me?
You had it. Oh, it's right there.
No, it's right there behind you. Thank you.
I'm using mine for something.
Okay. Do not bump anything. Okay.
What is that?
There's the filter. Look how dirty that is. Okay, so we're getting ready to put the filter on here. I'm just going to clean around here, try to get any dirt or anything off of this because there is a little bit of dirt on it. I just want to make sure it's clean around the threads and everything, and clean up in here. Everything looks really clean on it. The filter was that compared to that. So I would say it needed a new filter. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
It looks black like that though.
Okay, so this just pushes up on. I'm going to make sure this is clean. Make sure the washer is clean and free of any kind of debris because that'll cut the washer and make it not seal up. And then we're going to put this up on. Oop. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's clean the. See how dirty this nut was more dirty than anything, huh?
Yeah.
It was dirt, the dirtiest.
Why was it so dirty?
I know that's right there beside where the fan brings all the dirt and stuff in. It sucks the air in.
Look how big that nut is.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's got to go around that fuel bowl.
Well, that'll explain why it's so big.
Okay, now this just slides up on here, like this. And then this goes right up into the filter, right like that. And then you start
it's not black.
Yeah.
That's a good sign, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good sign.
That is a good sign, folks. And now we're bringing back to Hate Outdoors. We're sorry we had that interruption.
Okay, now we're just going to give it a little light twist here, huh? Just a light twist.
Can I go get my new tool? Can I?
There we go.
Where are my new tools?
Okay. Fuel's back on. Done. First fuel filter. Now we have to do the separator here. This in case there's water or something in the system, it grabs it. Okay, so that's going to be our next one.
What is it? Which one is it? Probably this one. Is it the next bar? Is it it?
Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to go on to this one. So we're going to kind of scoot around here. She's snug, but it broke. I definitely would suggest supporting this this mounting bracket here because that was pretty. It was pretty firm. I'm going to shut the valve off now to it. There we go. It goes completely up in the air and that supposedly shuts it off, so we'll see here.
You're Daddy.
Stand in front of the camera, son. Thank you, buddy. Good job.
Can I have the towel?
No, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, that's what keeps the dirt off of those. That definitely made it focus.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you step out of the way of the camera, son? Please? Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, folks.
Alright, there we go. Well, that looks clean, huh, Bryson?
Yeah.
See, there's a spring down in there. Look there.
Oh, yeah.
There's dirt down in there, though.
What do you think?
Here.
Oh, yeah. Where's the filter?
Look at the dirt.
Holy mackerel.
So, I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see kind of see the dirt on the bottom here, right there. So we're gonna shut the camera off. I'm gonna clean this out with fresh diesel, and we'll be back.
Daddy, look at that. Look at the.
All right, sorry about that. So we cleaned this out. So what's down inside here is a little red O-ring and a spring. So it was sitting right down there in the middle. So this is all clean and ready to go. So we're now going to remove the filter.
And take this filter out of here.
There we go. So there's the filter. It really doesn't look too bad. Where's our new filter at, Bryson?
I got it right here. Right in here. There you go. This keeps it from...
So here's a brand new filter. You can see it is a little bit off colored, but so we're going to put this up in here, right like that. We're going to clean that nut off.
And this will be here. So where's the next one that we're using?
Like that. I'm covered in diesel fuel now, but that's okay.
I hope you don't have a cut, because if it gets on the cut, it'll burn you.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so
Dang burn.
now we just got to reach in, get around this thing here, and go up over.
Seems pretty easy, but it's really not. What is the next filter we're going to need? The ginormous one over there, or the little one over here? By me. The big one over by you, or the little one over by me?
And we got her started. So alright, so tighten this down a little bit. Can't get a big turn on it really, but at least you can get in there to it.
I see you on the camera, Dad. What does that red light mean? I hope. Which filter are we needing next?
Okay, so we're on. Just clean up some of the diesel around here now. I kind of made a mess of it. But other than that, that should be everything for the fuel system. The two filters, and we're going to open the stopcock for this one back up so the fuel's on. So we have the fuel on there and the fuel on here. So at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the tractor and just make sure that everything's running okay. The fuel, there's no leaks or anything like that before we get into the hydraulic system of the machine.
This is the hydraulic one, right?
Okay, I apologize for the shakiness and the movement. This is the only way I can show you. Okay, we're underneath. Looking towards the back of the tractor. So that's your rear end air transmission. Okay, so what we're going to do is right up here, right here is your hydraulic filter. We got to replace that. So we're going to have to take this line loose to be able to get up in there to get that filter out of there. Your drain plug for the So your transmission drain plug is right here. So that's where we're going to drain from. Per the RK manual, we're going to take that bolt out and let all the fluid out. Then we're going to go back here and try to get up in here and get this filter out. And to give you a little bit of a reference, right there is that fan that everybody always runs sticks up into and busts it off. I had to do that already. But right here is the filter and the case. It looks like right around it looks like that hose is loosened up because I got a little bit of fluid, as you can see on here, that's a little wet. So we're going to make sure that we tighten that back up, make sure we don't have a leak on that. So I am going to, now that I showed you, I'm going to go ahead and do it because it's going to be too hard holding the camera and trying to get all of this done. I'll try to get a couple shots when I when I open the bolt up, and how once I get the hydraulic line here off, this hydraulic line off, so I can get up into this filter. And I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to get that filter. I'm going to have to probably cut this zip tie. There's a zip tie right here. I'm going to have to cut this and loosen that line up, change that filter, put the filter back on, and then tighten that line back up. But that's under the RK, that's what I'm going to have to do. And then while I'm down here, all these cables and everything, I'm going to lube all this, all the springs, any of these levers. I'm going to lubricate everything that I can. So that's where we're up to. That's what we're doing, and I'll get back to you once we get it underway. Okay, so we got most of the service done. We're into a little bit of a glitch. Royal King did not give me enough trans hydraulic fluid. It needs 3.83 gallons, and they only gave me a 2-gallon bottle. And also the gear oil, the ADW90, they only gave me 1 quart, and I need almost a gallon. So I need 3 more of those. We had a storm here last night. Power's out at Royal King, so I can't even get the fluid, which is, it puts me in a predicament here because now I can't move my machine. So it's here, and we were going to be working on another vehicle, so it is what it is. We're going to put it neutral and push it back. But other than needing the fluids, the hydraulic filter and that line there wasn't any issue. You need to have a wrench to get that hydraulic filter off. You can't get your hand up in there to twist it, so you need, I used one that has 3 fingers on it. I'll show you. Right here. So, and as you tighten or loosen, it tightens up. So it's just a cheap one that I have. I don't even know what kind of make it is, but that's what I had to have to get it up out and get it loose. Tighten them back up. I used a chain wrench. And that's the only thing I could get up in there and tighten it up. I know you only do it finger tight, but I couldn't get my fingers up in there enough to tighten it to where I felt comfortable that it wasn't going to leak. So other than that, 2 fuel filters, oil filter, oil replaced, started. The diesel is all good. Everything else other than that, we haven't had really any problems. We lubed the throttle line. It sticks a little bit, so we put some chain lube on it. We're going to try to loosen it up. Hopefully it'll loosen up a little bit. And we're going to have to get other fluid, more trans hydraulic fluid. And then we're going to do the front axle, but I'm going to stop that here. That'll be the second part of the video, and I'm going to upload them both at the same time. But we'll fill the rest of the trans and drain the axle, gear oil, and then we'll redo it. And at that point, the 300-hour maintenance is completely done. You've done everything other than the trans filter down underneath. So other than that, that's about it, and we'll see you on the next video.